Hey guys, this is Will from Mindz Card Magic. Today I'm going to be doing an overview of The Dream Act by Shin Lim. So, let's get into it. So, to start out, this is the box. It's relatively small, it's not anything very large, but, you know, there's really not too much that you're going to need. A lot of the stuff is going to need to be made by yourself, but he gives very detailed instructions on exactly how that's supposed to be done. And the instructions are given at a download link. You are sent to a website, and you have to put in a passcode to get in, and you can access the videos from there. Now, this comes with, for the videos, this comes with the instructional tutorial portion of it, which is about 2 hours long. It's about 2.5 hours long, and the S.S.S 2015 is also included, and that's about another 40 minutes worth of videos. So, tutorial-wise, I feel like this is very well done. This is one of his better tutorials and DVDs. This really covers every single aspect of this act, and I'm really glad it does, obviously, because I'm paying $200 for this. Is the very, very pricey act. It's not something that you're going to want to get if you aren't going to use it to its full potential. But really, overall, the tutorial is just a really great explainer. It goes in depth on every single aspect of the act. He has two friends who are with him at the beginning of the tutorial, and they really help out and help him move through all the aspects of in the overview portion of his act. And they really help cover it. They do a bunch of explainers on exactly how his mat is set up, why he does some of the motions he does, different ways of covering it, and I feel like it's really worth your time to just watch that all the way through and just listen to every detail that they add to it. Now, there is one part of the tutorial that I feel is left out because I cannot find it in there, and it's specifically one part about a card change. Now, I'm not sure if I'm missing a part. I don't think I'm missing a part because I've looked through it many times and it's not in there. But if you have 52 Shades of Red, this shouldn't be an issue for you. But other than that, I feel as if there's another way to find out about how to do that exact part. But that is my only gripe with the tutorial. Other than that, it's really very well done. And even at the end of the video, he actually does about a 30-minute overview of his live performance on Penn and Teller, which I thought was really nice, because in that he explains exactly why he does what he does in the act, and he also kind of gets into some of the mistakes that he made while performing that, and I feel like that really helps show that even while he has done that so many times, it's still possible to make mistakes like that but be covered from it. Because honestly, a lot of the mistakes that he says he made in that, it's really hard to know that he did because he covered it so well. Now, what do you get in the box? The box comes with about a half deck of gaff cards. I'm not going to specifically say what kind of gaff, but they are gaff cards. Now, surprisingly, this doesn't come with any blank cards, which I found a little bit surprising. And overall, I thought you were supposed to have them, but you can replace them with, jokers, whatever you want to do. It's just a little bit kind of, I don't know, it's just, I thought he would come with it, but that's okay. It's not too much of an issue. Pretty much every magician has at least 2 or so blank cards. If you don't know what bicycle decks have them, you can get the gold standard decks on Penguin Magic, really wherever, and those come with duplicate jokers and a blank card. So if you're looking for those, go ahead and go to those sites and find them. Now, let's see. The next part of this is, it does come with S.S.S. And S.S.S, if you don't know, is Silent Sleeveless Smoke. So, it comes with a 2015 version. And the 2015 version is not really much different than the original version. It's just basically retaught with better instructions and pretty much just better instructions. Now, the S.S.S is mainly good for table magic. There's really not any other usage for it. You can put it on your person and you can use it in that way, but I don't really think I'll ever be using it like that, just because it's very limiting in how it's used. So it's kind of a little bit restrictive. But if you're doing a table performance, if you're a stage magician, I highly recommend it. It's beautiful. It works insanely well if you put it together right, and it's going to last you a long time if you do it correctly, and if you are going to keep it as a permanent fixture. So that is basically S.S.S. Now, moving on, this is a really, really good act for parties and for group performances and for really any type of stage magic. This can be done pretty close up too, so there's really no parts of it that really have to be, hidden a distance away from anybody. This can be done right in front of their face, and they will never suspect a thing. And I feel like that's the beautiful part about this, because you can do this in nearly every setting, as long as you have a table, a card mat, and all the things that you need to do the act, pretty much. There's not that much that you have to wait for or need to get special, setup for. It's pretty straightforward, and there's many modifications you can make to where you can make it even easier for yourself. You could probably do an in-the-hands version if you really wanted to. I would love to develop an in-the-hands version, because if you develop your own, it's okay to use this and record it on video. You can use the original act by itself at parties or performances, but you can't record it on video, otherwise you get copyrighted for it. But if you make it your own, if you customize it and make your own version of it, your own rendition of it, then that doesn't apply to you. So he highly, highly encourages you to make this your own, to use this as more like a development kit. Think of it as a development kit for your own act, because this has all the tools you're going to need to put your own beautiful, incredible, just stunning act together. So if you want to make your own incredible stage magic, I highly recommend this for you. In general, 9 out of 10, I definitely give that to this. The smoke to mouth is a huge, huge eye catcher, and it's just an awesome part of this act. I think it's the best part of this act, to be totally honest. A lot of people might buy this just for that specific portion of it. Now, I wouldn't recommend buying that for specifically just for that portion, but if you're interested, you can do that. There's so many different aspects from this, so many card transpositions, color changes, vanishes, switches, there's a lot of stuff. There's so much stuff that you can do with this, so much stuff that you can change. The pen vanishes, both of those techniques are taught in this really well, and honestly, both of them are so simple, so elegant, they go together so well, and it really just flows throughout the entire act. You can make your own renditions of them without copying them, and it's great. It's really great. They're both very easily customizable. Everything about this act is perfect in my opinion. I think the only thing lacking is, as I said earlier, that one section where it seems as if one specific card change thing, one gimmick you need for a card change is not included on how to do it. But other than that, there's really no gripes with this. This is absolutely amazing. I'm so glad I got my hands on it. And just remember, this is $200, so it's quite the investment. But if you're really into doing this stuff, I highly recommend you get it, because if you do this at parties, you could make some decent money off of this, because you got to consider, if you're doing this like it should be used, if you're using this like it should be, then you could make some serious money off of doing this. And that's why he prices it so competitively. So overall, that's my review of the Dream Act, and have a good day.